Hello, everyone, and welcome to our special podcast episode, Unlock Fluency Fast, Think in English Challenge. I'm Jimmy, and with me is Sarah. Today, we want to share simple ideas and tips to help you start thinking in English, not just translating in your head. Thinking directly in English is an important step to speak more fluently and naturally. If you enjoy this episode, please remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more helpful English learning podcasts.
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah. It's great to be here with Jimmy. In today's session, we will talk about how to practice thinking in English in everyday life. For many learners, it can feel hard at first because your mind may want to translate from your native language, but we will break it down into small steps and give examples that are easy to follow. Before we dive in, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. It really helps us create more content for you.
Let's begin by understanding why thinking in English matters. When you translate every sentence from your native language, it slows you down and can cause mistakes. If you train your mind to form ideas directly in English, you will speak more smoothly. For example, instead of thinking, how do I say this in English? Think, what do I want to say in English right away? In this way, you bypass translation and build a habit of English thinking over time.
Yes, and to start, we suggest a simple daily routine. Choose a time of day, maybe when you are alone or walking, and try to describe what you see or feel in English. For instance, if you see a tree, you can think, this tree has green leaves moving in the wind. Even if it feels strange, doing it regularly trains your brain. At first, it may be short sentences, but later you can expand to longer thoughts. The key is consistency. A few minutes each day will add up.
Another tip. Label objects in your home with sticky notes in English. You put a note, refrigerator, on the fridge. Mirror on the mirror. When you look at the object, say the word in English in your mind and make a sentence. I open the refrigerator to get water. Over time, you feel more comfortable naming things in English without needing to translate. It also builds your vocabulary naturally because you connect words directly with objects or actions.
Right. And you can also use simple mental dialogues. Imagine a short conversation in English. For example, hello, how are you today? I am fine, thank you. And you? Practice these lines in your mind. Later, change the content. Hello, what did you eat? I ate rice and vegetables. It's like role play inside your head. This trains you to form complete sentences and responses in English.
Beginners might worry they will make mistakes thinking in English. That's perfectly normal. The goal at this stage is just to think, not to speak aloud or show it to others. Mistakes in your mind do not matter. Over time, when you speak, you will notice fewer errors because your thinking becomes clearer. Also, if you use a notebook, write short thoughts in English. For instance, keep a diary. Today I went to the market. I bought fruits and vegetables. Writing helps thinking, and you can check mistakes later.
Let's talk about using simple media in English. You can watch short videos or listen to a podcast and then pause and repeat ideas in your mind in English. For example, if you listen to, I like to walk in the park, you can pause and think, I like to walk in the park because it is peaceful. You expand the sentence. This mental expansion helps you practice new structures without stress. Choose videos or audio designed for beginners with clear pronunciation.
You might also try the question and answer method. Think of common questions. What is my favorite food? Then answer in English. My favorite food is pasta. I like pasta because it is tasty and easy to cook. Then try another. What is my hobby? I enjoy reading books in my free time. These self-questions help you think in English about your own life. It feels personal and relevant, so it sticks in your mind.
A further idea, describe emotions or feelings in English. If you feel happy or tired, say in your mind, I feel happy because I did a good job today. Or, I feel tired because I walked a lot. This practice helps you get used to expressing feelings directly in English, which is often harder for learners. When you are used to naming emotions in English, you can speak more naturally in real conversations.
Let's include a simple practice exercise right now. Take 1 minute to look around and name 5 things in English in your mind. For example, chair, table, window, cup, phone. Then make a sentence with each. The chair is near the table. I look out the window. I drink coffee from a cup. You can pause the video or podcast and actually do this now. After 1 minute, come back and we will continue.
Welcome back. How did that exercise feel? At first, you might have paused or thought in your native language. That's okay. With more practice, it becomes faster. Try to do similar micro exercises throughout your day. Even when waiting for something, use that moment to think in English. You can also count in English when you exercise. 1, 2, 3. Or describe your movements. I lift my arm. I stretch my leg. This small habit builds fluency.
Another recommendation is to think in English before sleeping. As you lie in bed, reflect on your day using English thoughts. Today, I woke up early. I ate breakfast. I worked on my project. This nightly habit helps reinforce English structures. If you drift to your native language, gently switch back to English thoughts. It is a calm, pressure-free time to think in English.
Don't forget, speaking aloud is also important eventually. After thinking in English, you can record yourself speaking those thoughts. Use your phone to record short voice notes. Today, I went to the market. I bought fruits. Then listen and notice pronunciation and grammar. But start with thinking silently first, then move to speaking. This progression reduces fear because you already formed the idea in English.
We also encourage using simple apps or flashcards, but with full sentences, not single words. For instance, instead of just apple, use the sentence, I eat an apple every morning. Review these flashcards mentally and say the sentence in your mind. This integrates vocabulary into thinking in English.
Let's talk about mistakes again. When thinking in English, if you realize a sentence is wrong, note it, but do not stop the flow. For example, if you think, she go to school, you notice go should be goes. In your mind, correct it. She goes to school. This awareness trains you. Mistakes become learning moments rather than blocks.
A common question, what if I don't know a word in English? Don't stop thinking. Use simple words or describe it. For example, if you don't know refrigerator, say the big cold box in the kitchen. Later, learn the correct word. This way, you keep thinking in English and learn new words contextually.
We also suggest joining online communities where you write simple messages in English. Even short chat messages force you to think before writing. But always start with silent thinking practice as a foundation, then gradually move to writing and speaking with others.
Before we wrap up part 1, let's remind viewers, if you find these tips helpful, please like this video, subscribe, and share with friends who are learning English. Your support means a lot. In part 2, we will dive deeper into specific challenge exercises where we guide you step by step with timed thinking drills and example dialogues. We'll also answer common learner questions and share quick roleplay segments.
Exactly. We will continue right away without pausing the topic. In the next part, we'll explore how to think in English during real-life situations, like ordering food, talking with friends, or sending messages. We'll also include a short guided thinking challenge you can follow live with us. So stay tuned and let's keep practicing together.
Great! Let's keep this conversation going as if we never stopped. We'll pick up on everyday scenarios and more advanced tips, still using easy English. Ready? Let's move on. Welcome back, everyone. As promised, we continue our discussion immediately, exploring ways to think in English during everyday situations. Let's begin with ordering food or drinks. In your mind, practice forming sentences like, hello, I would like a coffee, please. Do you have sugar? I prefer milk. Then extend silently. What snacks do you recommend? I am interested in something light. By mentally rehearsing these questions and responses, you prepare yourself to speak when you need to. Even if you feel shy, knowing the sentences in advance helps reduce stress. You can do this exercise at home before visiting a cafe or while imagining the scenario during a walk. Over time, these practice thoughts become natural.
Exactly. Another common situation is talking about the weather or small talk with neighbors or colleagues. Think in English. The weather is sunny today. I like warm days, but I hope it will not be too hot. Then add a question. How about you? Do you prefer sunny or cloudy days? Practice these lines silently, and soon you can adapt them spontaneously in real conversation. When you hear weather talk in your native language, try immediately switching to English thoughts. It is raining outside. I need an umbrella. This habit shifts your mind toward English thinking, even in simple daily remarks.
Next, let's consider messaging friends or colleagues. When you receive a simple invitation, like, let's meet this week, practice thinking of your reply in English. Sure, what day works best for you? I am free on Wednesday afternoon. Does that fit your schedule? Then think of a follow-up. Maybe we can have coffee and talk about our plans. Doing this mentally before typing or speaking helps you respond faster and with a clearer structure. If you worry about making mistakes, remember this stage is private thinking, not yet public speaking. Mistakes in your mind help you learn and correct over time.
A useful drill is timed thinking on a chosen topic. For example, set a timer for 2 minutes and think in English about my weekend plans. Begin. I will rest on Saturday morning. I plan to visit a friend in the afternoon. In the evening, I will cook dinner. Then expand. I might watch a movie or read a book. On Sunday, I will go for a walk in the park if the weather is nice. I want to practice English by listening to a podcast. Focus on continuous thinking without switching back to your native language. If you get stuck on a word, describe the idea or choose a simpler substitute. After the timer ends, reflect on how many sentences you formed and note areas for improvement.
Let's discuss handling unknown vocabulary. When you need a word you don't know, do not stop the thought flow. Replace it with simple description. If you forget vegetarian, think, I do not eat meat. I eat only vegetables and fruits. Later, after finishing the thought, look up the precise word and integrate it next time. This keeps your thinking moving forward in English rather than halting for translation or dictionary. Over time, frequent descriptions help you remember the exact words.
We also encourage practicing silent conversations about feelings or personal experiences. For instance, think, today I felt happy because I finished a task. I felt some stress in the morning, but I managed to calm down by taking a short break. Extend this. I practiced English thinking for a few minutes. I noticed improvement in my confidence. By routinely naming emotions in English, you become comfortable expressing feelings directly in English when speaking to others. This builds both vocabulary and emotional fluency.
Another scenario, planning or describing a simple project. Think, I want to organize my study schedule. First, I list my tasks. Read a chapter, review vocabulary, practice listening. Then I set a time. 1 hour for reading, 30 minutes for vocabulary, 20 minutes for listening. I will take short breaks between tasks. Practice these planning thoughts in English. Later, when you actually plan, the mental habit helps you articulate the plan out loud or write it down with greater ease.
Let's include a guided thinking challenge focused on describing a memorable moment. Choose a past experience, such as a trip or event. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Think in English. Last month, I went to the beach with friends. The weather was warm and the water was clear. We swam and played games. I felt relaxed and happy. After swimming, we ate lunch at a small restaurant. I tried a new dish, rice with vegetables and fish. It tasted good. Continue describing. We watched the sunset and took photos. The day ended with a short walk back home. I learned to enjoy simple moments. This exercise helps you practice past tense and descriptive language in English thinking.
For reading practice, choose a short paragraph in English at your level. Read it, then close your eyes and summarize silently in English. The text is about a family going to the market. They buy fruits and vegetables. They meet a friend there. After summarizing silently, try expanding. They plan to cook dinner together using the fresh produce. This reinforces comprehension and encourages English thought without reverting to your native language.
Writing supports thinking too. Keep a simple journal in English. Each day, write 2 or 3 sentences about your day. Today, I studied English for 30 minutes. I practiced thinking in English while walking. I listened to a podcast and learned new words. Before writing, think in English, then put it on paper or in a note app. Do not worry about errors immediately. Finish writing, then review and correct when you have time. Over time, writing builds stronger mental patterns in English.
Let's talk about reading or listening to simple songs or chants. Choose a beginner-level English song and listen a few times. Then think its chorus silently while doing a routine activity. I'm walking down the street, singing to the beat. Use the song to practice forming related sentences. This melody is catchy. I like the rhythm. Music links phrases to memory, helping you think in English with familiar lines. And you can then adapt similar structures for your own thoughts.
When you talk with others, start by noting in your mind what you will say before speaking. For example, before answering, "How are you?" think, "I am fine, thank you. I felt a bit tired this morning, but now I feel better." Then speak. Over time, you do this faster and almost automatically think the response in English. This reduces hesitation and makes conversations smoother.
Another recommendation is to use simple apps or flashcards with complete sentences rather than isolated words. For example, flashcard, I like reading books. Back, me too. I enjoy reading different stories. Review by reading the sentence silently in English and then thinking of a related sentence. I also like to read news articles. This practice helps integrate vocabulary into natural thought patterns.
Set small daily goals. For example, aim to think silently in English for 5 minutes during breakfast. The next day, extend to 10 minutes while doing chores. Keep a log in your journal. Day 1, 5 minutes. Day 2, 7 minutes, and so on. Seeing progress motivates you, and the habit strengthens. If you miss a day, simply restart the next day without judgment. Consistency over time is more important than perfection.
Let's address another common question: how to stay motivated when progress feels slow. Remind yourself that thinking in a new language is like training a muscle. The brain needs time to adapt. Celebrate small wins. You formed a full sentence without pausing, or you understood a short English message faster. Keep a record of these successes and revisit them when you feel discouraged. Sharing progress with fellow learners also helps maintain motivation.
Finally, remember to integrate speaking out loud after silent practice. Once you feel comfortable thinking a sentence in English, say it out loud, record a voice note, or practice with a friend or teacher. This bridges silent thought and spoken language. Listen to your recording, note pronunciation or intonation areas to improve, but focus on the achievement of speaking directly from English thought.
Before we finish this part, let's do a brief wrap-up drill. Choose any simple topic, like my favorite hobby. For 1 minute, think in English. My favorite hobby is painting. I like using bright colors. When I paint, I feel calm. I start with the sketch, then add color. I sometimes share my paintings with friends. Continue until the minute ends. Notice how your mind organizes thoughts in English over time.
Welcome back. You may notice that at first you paused or switched languages, but with regular practice, you will fill that minute smoothly. Keep varying topics daily. My ideal weekend, my favorite food, a goal I want to achieve. This variety helps your brain adapt. Thank you for joining us in part 2 of the Think in English Challenge. If you found these tips useful, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share with friends who are learning English. Leave your suggestions or questions in the comments so we can cover more topics next time, such as thinking under pressure or using English in work situations. Keep practicing silently and aloud. Stay patient and remember that every small step moves you closer to fluency. See you in the next episode.
Yes,
Keep thinking in English daily and return for more tips. Bye for now.
Goodbye and happy English thinking!